So one thing we're always thinking about for our household is our dogs, because they do travel with us, so we want to make them as comfortable as possible. And my nephew, Cameron, who you've seen his Maverick on the channel before, he's got a dog as well and wanting to make his pet just as comfortable as ours, maybe even a little more so, because they'll be riding in the back seat versus ours who ride in the cargo area. So today we got with Mabett to get a product put into his Maverick to help out his dog have a more comfortable ride. So let's get started. So like I said at the beginning, we turned to our friends at Mabett. We've got a lot of their products in our Bronco. So I turned to them to see what they had for my nephew's Maverick. And one thing they had was this rear seat pet mat. Now this pet mat is really a lot different than what I've had in other vehicles of mine, where it goes over the headrest in the back to anchor it down, plus the front headrest as well. So it looks like a pretty easy install. We've got a couple hook looped pieces here and here that'll also secure it on the sides. And the cool thing is you can fold this down to allow the pets to get in without actually scratching the paint or, marring up the seats and things like that. So we're gonna get this installed. Plus we have this awesome piece that I think is really kind of an ingenious thing to have made. We'll get to that here in a little bit, but helps with ventilation, keeping our pets cool without risking security of our vehicles when we're inside a store. So let's get all this installed and show you what's inside this box. Now, the first thing I've always liked about Mabett is they've got great pictures and their instructions. I really appreciate that. I can read things, but sometimes it just doesn't work for me. So having the pictures and showing what they're talking about really is helpful. So that's a plus for their kits. I've always enjoyed that. I usually look at the pictures more than anything, but this should make it a lot easier for the install. So we've pretty much got it unfolded and just laying flat in the Maverick. It's pretty easy because you've got the headrest covers, so you'll have 3 of them for the back seat. That is obviously the back. So the mesh goes to the front, which it says in the instructions towards the center screen, which is your front center screen. But you've also got the headrest mounts as well. These will go over your headrest to secure that in. And there's only 2 on this side. So those go over the front, these go in the back. Let's get these secured with the headrests. So now we've got everything laid out. We've got them over the headrests. Now on the sides, you've got these zippers that'll pretty much put this wall up here, protecting your door panels and that. And they're basically just gonna go to where your seat belts are at, which I'll show you here in just a sec. So you can see we've got this one already put up. Now I'll show you here what I was talking about. You're basically gonna put the hook right inside where your safety belt comes out. Same for the back. Let's flip you around here. And it goes right in there to where, again, your safety belt comes out. And then you just tighten it with the buckles here, which is basically like a backpack type of buckle. And the nice thing is you just zip this up then. And when you shut the door, then this is going to protect your door panel from scratches, slobber, things like that. Obviously, our little furry friends love to put their noses and lick windows, so you probably will still get some here, but at least it will protect your door. And then when you're ready to get out, both sides have the same zippered system on it to where you can unlatch it and then fold it down, letting your furry friend out without having to worry about scratching up your paint, which let me show you on the other side. So here's what the system looks like on, this is the passenger side where we've got it still unbuckled. So makes it so your dog can jump right out, jump in, and not have to worry about scratching the paint on your brand new vehicle or even pre-loved vehicle. Doesn't matter. Everybody likes to keep their vehicles somewhat nice. The other nice thing about this, you've got pockets on both sides. Great for storing like treats or maybe just putting in their lanyards, their collars, tethers, whatever you might have for your dog. You've got pockets on both sides. You can put their leashes and that in there. Then when you get out, you're able just to pull it out, leash up your dog, go to the dog park, whatever it may be. But it's really nice that this system is on both sides to where you can get out either side, have pockets on both sides. And it's nice because they've given you mesh here in the middle to where your furry friend can still see what's going on up front, give some ventilation to the back through the front vents. But we'll wrap this up here. I'll get this all put in. We've got one more piece to put in Mabett that I think is really a pretty cool thing. I've never noticed this before, which is I was telling my nephew that I've never seen this component for dogs in the back of a vehicle. So let me get this wrapped up and I'll show you this next piece from Mabett. So here's the last piece we're going to install for our furry friends. This is Mabett's rear window vent for the Maverick. Now it's really cool because the edges here, these will go into the window tracks themselves. So you put one side in first, put the other side in, slide it up, and then you can roll your window up, and it sits in a channel right down here to make it nice and secure, but still giving our furry friends ventilation while you're in the store. I was showing my nephew on the back too. They really thought this through. This is almost like screen material here that you'd use on a house, you know, keeping out bugs and that, but still giving good ventilation. Pretty easy thing to install. And like I said, it was really cool of Mabett to send us this stuff for my nephew for his Maverick. All right, let's get these things installed. Well, as you can see, that was really easy. Start with your window down, put each edge in. I started with the front here and then kind of bent it into the channel itself, slid it all the way to the top, put the window up, and it's really, like my nephew and I were talking about, this is really pretty secure. I mean, obviously if someone wants to break into your vehicle through this vent, they could probably do it. But I think it's gonna draw a lot of attention because they're gonna really have to try it popping that thing out, because now it's up in the top channel and on the sides, and then the windows in this channel down here. So it's got 4 points of contact and really in there good. So nice thing is now his dog can have good ventilation. Don't have to worry about a lot of big bugs or any bugs really getting in with the screen mesh. And it took us 30 seconds to install. So easy installation. They do have pictured instructions. Let me give you my final thoughts on all of this from Mabett. Well, I've got to say, Mabett did it again. Their stuff is always easy to install. There's no drilling required or anything like that. These window vents, I think, are really a good idea. Again, they're super secure is what they feel like. Obviously, anybody could break into this still if they really wanted to, but I think it's, if everybody's, you know, walking around, they're going to notice this and probably say something, I would hope. But it gives your dog more ventilation. It's nice because it doesn't fall out when you open the door. And now we've got a pet bed in the back, which has a nice secure bottom. It's actually like a hard bottom to it, which is really kind of nice. It's got the quilting around it. You're able to protect your doors, give them ventilation, protect your seats from any kind of rips, tears that the dog's nails might do, and just gives them a comfortable place to lay down in. So let's get our dogs out here and see what they think. Well, as you can see, we've got our dogs in there because Cameron, my nephew, does not have his with us, but it was really funny when we first started filming this and they jumped in. This piece down here, when they jump in, Grace is not the most graceful dog when she jumps, so she kind of missed it where Bella's the leaper in the family. It's great to have that there. It protects the paint, and they look pretty comfortable back there. It's nice, again, that we're going to have pockets here for the leashes and things like that you might need once you get to where you're going. Well, hopefully you found this informative.